finally talk about this publicly.
I know. Shed talk.
Yep, shed talk. So, what is shed talk about?
Well,
to you?
To me, shed talk is all about creating an opportunity to talk to people about art, but about the art of anything. And everything. Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm just excited for us to be able to interact with people that are out there creating, living, and to talk about what they do in their lives and how art comes into it.
Yep.
You know, and the opportunity to get to know people, even in our own area.
Yes.
And to be able to give them a platform and a voice too, to talk about what's important to them.
Yeah.
And how it impacts the community. Like, to me, shed talk is just not one thing. It can be so many things. And we really don't know where it's going to go. To me, we'll always have art and creativity in it, but we're just starting it with art, and we'll see where it goes.
Right. Okay. Well, I agree with all that. And for me, I guess it was like we started with doing the shows and started creating relationships with other people that are so like-minded, and the ideas that we were building on, and our little meeting that we had for our Southwest Coast Arts and Craft group.
Yeah.
That really felt exciting. And after we had our live, that's when I said to you, JoAnn, we should do a podcast.
I know, right? Well, it was like, well, when we did the meeting, I was doing like the little announcement, right? Or just the advertising to get people to come to the meeting. And I was like, well, I don't want it to be like a meeting. Like, I didn't want it to be a formal thing.
Yeah.
So I kind of plugged in, let's talk about it. Art on the Southwest Coast. And when you heard it, it's like, that sounds like a podcast. It's like, we should do a podcast.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I love that, how that sounded. And I like your perspective, and I like mine, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think together, we our ideas, oftentimes they're really like-minded, but
Very much so.
what you bring to it and what I bring to it is just makes it complete, I think.
I think it does too. And obviously, like, there's a difference in our ages, but like, art is ageless, really, and creativity is as well. But there's different components too that we each bring from our experiences in life. And like, you bring the idea of the podcast, that would not have really come to me. Like, YouTube would come to me, and Facebook and that type of thing. But but the podcast, I thought, was like, that's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
And to be brave and just go for it too. I think both of us are happy to try that, and let's just see where it goes.
Well, that's the thing, like, we geared this towards people like us, and everyone I've told so far that we're doing this is so excited, and they're actually asking before I even ask them, can I be on? So obviously it's something that it's spiked interest in people like us, which is the point of it, really. That's what we're trying to do here.
And definitely, and I think both of us got the interest in learning more about those people. It's not really about, yes, you need content for a podcast, but it's not really about that either. It's like the adventure of being able to sit and talk to people too, right? And just have a cup of tea and talk about what they do and where it came from too. Like, when did you start, what you do, and I can only imagine what the stories are going to be. Is like, I don't know about you, like, a lot of my adventures in art, I really didn't plan them. Yeah. It was like podcasts. It was like, I never planned to have a podcast. No. Like, opportunity comes your way, and there's many doors that you can go. Yep. And for both you and I, it all leads to art. And it always will. But for other people, they may have run into it accidentally and realized they found a passion they really didn't know they had. So, and others just constantly follow their passion, and I'm interested in both sides of that. Yep. So,
well, you just made me think of, you reminded me of myself for a second, but I gotta say, another thing is, when we're talking about the art of, like you said, anything and everything, that is the thing. A lot of people will watch this and think we're just talking about physical art, like, a painting and that's it. But we really are interested in the art of everything, like the art of cooking, the art of music, the art of writing. It just goes on and on and on.
And even like what you wouldn't think there's an art too, like we talked about the art of fishing.
Right, exactly.
You know, the art of even cultural art, like the art of making jam, like preserves, and you know, the art of gardening, and you know, and there's a need that comes out of all of that. And what we do today for art and creativity, all of it came from a need at some point. You know, that grew into people finding innovative ways to do it in a different way. So there's an art even within art as it grows. So yeah, there'll never be nothing to talk about, because
I'm having too many ideas here today. I'm like, I can't. Like trying to what it means to each person is so important too. Like what it means to me, and how being creative when it comes to what I do can come so easily at times based on what's happening in my life, and other times when things are not going as well in my life, you know, you kind of get like a writer's block in art form. And just, I'm interested in talking to people about things like that too, and seeing how they cope and what it means to them in their life. Because for me, being creative it really truly feels like I'm doing something good, you know, like I know that I'm meant to do this, and I know that it feels like, it just feels right, and it doesn't feel forced, and if it do, I'll put it down. So I want to talk to people about that, and
well, it doesn't feel like a job as such, you know. But having said that, I've said this before, you know, I've heard the phrase, like, you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. But I've worked harder at art than I've worked at any job, because it's in you.
The drive and the passion.
The drive and the frustration is there too. So it hurts more. You know, when you can't get to that point that you want to be at, or you know, the timing is not right, to have to wait for something to happen.
For my migraines to go away.
Your migraines to go, you know, all of that, you know, it hurts harder doing something that you love, and you work harder at it. And you work harder at it because you just don't want to stop.
Nope.
You know,
seagulls outside
they're gone mad.
They are coming for us. I'm not gonna open.
We're not gonna open the door.
No, I'm scared. We're gonna eat our food before we open the door. Anyway, I think that's a good little basic, you know, idea of what Shed Talk is going to be about, and what it means to both of us as artists.
And I'm excited. Like, even through this podcast, I hope people reach out to us and say, you know, I'd love to be on this podcast to talk about.
Feel free.
You know, like what I do, or I know somebody that you absolutely need to reach out to, because they have such a great story about what they do, and these are, you know, the exciting stories that we want to.
And I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, if someone else was doing this, I'd be like, I want to be on there. I don't know if I'd approach them, if they want to approach me. So if you're watching this and you want to be.
Oh, we're totally open to anybody approaching us about anything. And it's because, you know, like, and it's not, you know, we'll share content photos as well of what people are doing. Like, you know, we can do mixed videos over a number of days of anything that needs to happen there, and, you know, photographs, and you know, so it's going to be definitely a podcast, but, you know, we're looking at video content as well as
we'll be doing some vlogging, and Monday's a good day to start that vlogging. We'll start today really with our naughty bench that we're going to talk more about, and Monday, our first market that JoAnn and I established. We'll have that, a little bit of that. The market's going to be at the Bruce Arena. And the town of Port aux Basques has Canada Day celebrations, so we approached them actually. And we've been talking to them and everybody else since March. About trying to establish markets here. Since March. We had the Southwest Coast Art and Craft is Let's Talk About It. First, Let's Talk About It. We'll have more of those in March. And we were more than pleased with the turnout for that. We had over 30 people there. You know, and there was great support from every community. So we have this first market on Monday, but we also on July 27th have
an outside market in Isle of Mort during their wharf days for their NRV days. So we're excited for that.
Yeah, that's the thing. When we had our first meetings, that's what it was about, talking about a lot of missed opportunities that are in this area for people like us. And I think there's a lot of people kind of wanting it to happen, and we're going for it. We're going to try to make anything happen. We're going
for it, and this year, like, we're learning, and so there's some curveballs coming at us there that we didn't expect.
Well, first of all, we already got a blooper reel.
Yeah, we're going to have a few of those for sure.
Oh, God.
And but we're learning, and there's more exciting things to come that we're working on. And also, as we talk to people, I'm sure more opportunities are going to come up, and that's going to be exciting. Yeah. And we're going to grow our creative community and encourage some of the younger people to come out. We already have 2 new artists that are going to join us at the market on Monday. This is their first market, so we're excited for them for that. And and we're a very supportive community, the arts community.
Yes.
We try and help each other, and there's something else we're working on going forward that we may be able to look at doing workshops to help people with social media when it comes to their art pages, that type of thing. So that's something to grow on, but it's definitely on our list to do. And so we're open to anything.
Yep. Well, I guess that's good for the first one. We'll be putting this up on YouTube later and Facebook, and add a little bit of vlogging and some picture inserts in this video so we can put it all together for our first one, and then we'll figure out who our first guest is going to be. That's going to be hard because we already got a lineup.
Yeah, we do have a lineup. Yeah. But as well, we'll be posting on our personal pages, which is Driftwood Dreams, art by Miranda Hardy, and art by JoAnn Goosney, which is myself. We both have personal art pages that we'll be sharing content to as well. And you can find Shed Talk NL podcast on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm going to link everything below in this video. All our socials. We're really growing all our socials right now. I woke up to a lot of notifications. I didn't get to them all yet because I don't think I had intended to have 6 pages that I'm running at once right now.
Yeah, there's a lot, and I'm running 4 or 5 too.
Yeah, I even got one for Mom now, so.
Yeah. But I find you run into a routine with that. You find your time during the day to
tag
do
them all
that
together
work.
too, which is nice because it's all one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does take a bit of time to do these things, and but I'm fine with it. I'm sure you are too. And you do find your balance in life with it all too. So
well, I'm really excited.
I am too.
And I guess we'll open our kiosk now where we are.
And well, I'm kind of afraid because those seagulls are going a bit crazy out there.
I know. They weren't even there yesterday like that.
Yeah, somebody must have given them a plate of chips or something.
Anyway, that's it, I guess. We'll get started.
All right.